because I really just spent the night at a guy's house and he asked me to take the trash on my way out. The worst thing is that I'm doing it. So come with me to take the trash out at a man's apartment. Is this the real walk of shame?
And don't forget to close the door on your way out. Am I right, fellas? But welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the desert. Greeting you is Hidan and his demigod Ampu. Glad to have you back, gentlemen. Today we're going to take a look at the type of treatment that Char gets. As we have this woman, guys, as mentioned, throwing the trash out. You know, she went on a Tuesday night to hook up with this guy. Now she's taking the trash out, and they are still asking Jillian, where are all the good men? They're not dealing with you. That's the way they are. Nobody wants to be a Mr. Nice Guy anymore, because while you are chasing women and buying them flowers and planning dates, yeah, they're going to shake up with that one guy who wrote them 2 messages and got their name wrong twice in a row. Alright, so yeah, nobody's doing Mr. Nice anymore. But gentlemen, now let's move on to more women, as we will see in the following TikToks that have been dealing with Char, and let's see what their experience is. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and let me know what you think down in the comments. Now let's get started.
I'm gonna start talking, because if I don't start talking, I'm gonna go crazy because I'm alone in this house. You know what? Today my boyfriend broke up with me. And you know what I did? I just looked at him. I said, okay, if that's your decision, I respect that. And you know what I did? I got up, went to Walmart, bought a suitcase, came back, packed my things, looked at him. I said, I'm gonna go buy a car. Look on this man's face. He was shocked. He didn't expect this. I'm like, I'm gonna go buy a car. 3 hours later, I come back. He wasn't there. I packed all my things up into this car, and he got back as soon as I was done packing. He walked in that house. I know he saw the car. I saw him from when we saw that car. The look on his face. Honestly, I was surprised. He looked upset. And I looked at him, I said, I'm done packing. And he goes, okay. And I said, okay, bye. And I walked out. And it was the first time in my life that I never got to say my last words. Because usually they're really petty and spiteful, and that's why. But guys, I can't. What did Steve Harvey say? Never let a man tell you he don't want you twice, or something like that. Like, really, like, you're sitting there, looking me in the eye, in the place that we lived together, on the couch we picked out, and the blankets we picked out, and the wall color that we picked out, and you're telling me you think we should separate. Like, oh, okay. Like, I don't have anything to say. I respect you telling me the truth, you know, but all I can say is okay and leave. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and beg someone to choose me. You know, I used to be that way, not anymore. I know my worth, like, you know. And my guy friend was like, wow, like, you walked out on him. Like, you didn't even fight. Fight for what? Like, what? I'm not gonna lose any more dignity. I'm gonna fight for someone to, you know, want to be with me, want to live up to my standards. You don't live up to my standards, it's fine.
Well, again, close the door on your way out, you know. This man, I don't think he cares. He just said, okay. She said, oh, I've got my things ready, you know, expecting him to be like, no, please. And he just said, okay, like, bro doesn't care. But you know what, guys? Credit where credit is due. Good reaction on the woman. I want men to do the same. If a woman tells you guys that she doesn't want you, it's over. And she may come back saying, oh, but I thought you will fight for our relationship. Say, no. You know, I'm gonna hold you responsible for your words. If you say you don't want me, that's enough. I very much agree, guys. Don't let anyone tell you twice they don't want you. If they don't want you once, if they say that, it's over. I don't care if they were playing some games to see how you react. No, you said the words, stand your ground on them, you know. And actually, guys, I want to tell you this story of a unicorn that I found. I have these friends, they're family friends. I've known them for a long time, but you know, they visited us a while ago, and they are a married couple, right? And the woman, guys, the woman in that couple said, in our family, no, this was actually the man, excuse me, the man telling the story. He said, in our family, my wife doesn't even mention divorce. In fact, he said she calls it the D word. She doesn't even say the word, gentlemen. And this woman's philosophy, you know, is there is no divorce. We're in this together. We'll solve everything. We'll fight everything that is needed. No divorce at all. Not even going to mention it. That is not an option that's on the table. Absolutely fantastic philosophy, guys. You know what? If all women had this philosophy, first off, we wouldn't have these problems that we have of men walking away from marriage and all that, because men really aren't afraid of marriage. They're concerned about divorce, right? Second off, we wouldn't have such high rates of divorce. Like, the world will be so much more fantastic. We wouldn't have single mothers if people in general had this attitude of, look, man, divorce is just not an option. And someone will say, oh, he done, but what if you get in a troublesome marriage? Well, that's the whole thing, you know? Like, marriage is supposed to last forever. If you're not sure about the person, just don't get married. But when you say the vows till death do us part, damn, I think those words, guys, you know, should have some weight on them. Oh, but what if things go south? Well, that's the whole thing. It's meant to be important. It's meant to be a decision that you take wholeheartedly, not to half-ass it, you know? And then the smallest inconvenience shows up, or divorce for reconcilable differences. So I very much agree with this philosophy. Let's continue now.
That's okay. Go find someone with lower standards. There's plenty of girls out there who will be with you just for your money and have no standards. Like, I have standards, like, okay? So, I don't know, I got a new car.
I don't know why we got into the conversation of standards. This man doesn't care about your standards. He just broke up with you. He doesn't care about your standards, but alright. Also, what about decision to buy a car just to move your things? Do you know you can hire people for like 50 to 100 bucks depending on the distance to just transport your things? You don't need to buy a X amount of $1,000 car to do that. But anyway, guys, let's move on to a last one, as we have this woman here. Damn, so many tattoos, guys, so many. She has one on the arm. You cannot see it on the screen, but she has one on the arm of Cleopatra. One of my exes, guys. Very bad ending to the relationship. Not good at all. She has neck tattoos. Massive red flag. She has the pig piercing. I guess she has problems, you know, digging up shit through the mud, so she decided to put that ring on her nose. And she has some, like, fly. Like, they resemble the eyes of a fly, you know? I don't know, very, very weird. Looking a bit like a crackhead, but let's see what she has to say.
I just saw this TikTok where a girl was talking about how all her friends in their 30s are completely starting over. And it got me thinking, because I am 36. I'm a tattooer. I started tattooing, I got an apprenticeship when I was 33. And it was really scary because before that, was running a business. It was more stable and kind of what was expected of me. And I thought it would make a lot of people proud of me. And I never really stopped to think if that was actually what I wanted out of my life. I had gotten married. I had bought a house. I had checked off all the boxes that I was told by the world at large that I was supposed to check off to be happy and fulfilled. And I got there and I was so unhappy and so unfulfilled. And I wish that someone had told me that life could look any way that I wanted it to look.
Yeah. No, you see, the reason why you didn't enjoy marriage and the family and all that is because, what was the saying? Honey is not made for the mouth of the donkey. Something like this, I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, it's probably because mentally you are very unstable, which is why you didn't like a stable life. And we'll move on to that topic in our article story, guys. We'll go deeper into that. Yeah, let's continue.
I mean, I felt like I had figured everything out. We're supposed to figure everything out so early in our lives. And then after that, you just have this huge expanse of years, if you're lucky, where you just exist in that. And everything's planned out, and then you just have what feels like more of the same forever. And that actually really gave me a lot of anxiety. And it made me feel like, in a way, all of the milestones and the excitement were over. And so now I'm 36. I'm getting a divorce.
There it is, guys. What's the reason for the divorce? Lack of excitement. Don't you love that, guys? And then people are like, oh, why don't men get married? No, hell no. I don't want to get backstabbed by some bitch who hasn't figured out life and says, quote unquote, well, I don't life. Everything is planned out. This is so boring. What? Get out of here, you spoiled fucking brat. Oh, everything is too plain and mundane for you. I know. I'll stop providing for you. You know, you pay your own bills. How about let's break one of your legs, right? That will make life more different, at least. I know. Let's burn the house down and live under a bridge. That will make life more exciting for certain. What exactly are you looking for, guys? You know. It reminds me of this thing that Nietzsche said, that when men don't go to war, paraphrasing again, when men don't go to war, they create, the battle is created within themselves. You know, it's sort of like we've reached a point of commodity and comfort in our lives that nothing pleases us anymore, you know? Nothing satisfies us anymore. We have it everything. We are so accommodated with everything that we have to literally sabotage ourselves to find some sort of excitement, as this woman does. She had the family, she had the marriage, the dude was probably doing everything right, but she, you know, the excitement was missing, guys. And how does she find excitement? By currently banging some strangers for validation. It's all it is, you know? Absolutely pathetic, man.
I'm selling my house, and a lot of that is very scary, but a lot of it's also really exciting. And I just wish that women in their 20s knew that life doesn't end when you turn 35. You don't just turn into a pile of dust or like emerge out of a bog like a crazy old witch all of a sudden. There's a lot left, and life can look however you want. And when you reach those milestones that they tell us we're supposed to reach, there is no trophy, there is no round of applause. It's just, okay.
Sorry, did you expect a medal or something? A trophy for getting married? You expected whole society to applaud you? What did you expect? It's just, she's addicted to anxiety. That's all it is, guys. That's all it boils down to. Her husband was a good husband, most probably. She just didn't like the relationship being stable. Which, if that's the case, don't get married. Guys, I'm not out here forcing people to get married. If you're a broken individual like this woman, just don't get married. Why do you have to ruin somebody else's life to figure yours one out, you know? It's so disgusting, guys. This man was not looking for unnecessary, stupid, and childish excitement. He was looking to build a life, which is what most men are chasing after. Most men want the tranquility, the peace, you know, the joy that comes with these things. They don't want this childish 14-year-old rebellious excitement that these women are chasing after even at 40.
And if that makes you happy, no judgment. I'm just saying that you can start over whenever you want. There is no rule. There's no rules. You can make your own rules.
Oh,
and
is
I
it
hope
so?
that if you're kind of lost in that space too, you know that it's okay to make a change at any point, whenever you want. It's your world, baby.
Terrible advice, guys. Just terrible advice. Oh my hell. Wouldn't expect better from a person who looks like this. But anyway, just, it's disgusting advice, guys. Oh, there are no rules, as it turns out, guys. There are no rules, just, it's all about happiness, you know, guys. It's all about happiness. Translation, it's all about me. Because it's about my happiness, not your happiness. Not the happiness of my husband, not the happiness of, say, we have kids. No, it's about my happiness and how I feel at each moment of the day. It's like, from the perspective of men, why do we want for our lives to be ruled by us having to make a parasite feel happy? Because this woman is a parasite. She found a host, she infected him, now she's sucked him dead, and she's moving on to the next best thing. Why should we men care for those parasites and sacrifice our lives, our peace, our resources, our potential kids with this woman for her hedonistic happiness? Can somebody make sense of that? But now, guys, let's move on to our article dealing with the same topic. How do I stop losing girls from being too nice? Interesting. Exactly as it sounds. I constantly meet women, and at first they think I'm edgy and a little bad. Then, of a month or so, they learn I'm just extremely nice and easy to get along with. Ew, such a red flag, you know, guys? You are really nice and easy to get along with? Disgusting human individual over here, guys. Sounds like a great problem to have, right? Wrong. I get called a fun guy with a big heart, yet I can tell so many women lose interest because there isn't much chase. I'm not really clingy or anything, but I just was raised to be a nice, decent person. How dare your parents raise you to be that way, you know? How dare they, these evil people, raising you to be a nice, decent person? Disgusting, guys. As you all know, women don't like nice and decent men. They don't go for the blue-collar men who are hard-working. They don't go for the men that just want an easy, peaceful life. They don't go for the men with good morals. They don't go for the men who treat their families right. They don't care about what your principles are. They simply don't care, guys. What they want is the excitement, which often comes from being really attractive and being slightly evil, being selfish. This is how you succeed with women. The moment you love them, oh, that's a weakness. Not all women, I have to say, but most modern women. Over the course of 4 years, I cannot seem to find a girl who meets my standards, who appreciates me for that more than a month or so, or wants to friendzone me. His standards, guys, are, can I please find a human individual who is a female and is just a nice person? Those are the standards, guys, and if she's attractive, all the better. Those are the standards. Can she be a nice person who is not an evil witch, who is not a harpy? But those standards, guys, as you are very well aware of, are too much to ask in today's day and age, and most women cannot provide that. But guys, we'll end the episode here. If all women in the world were like this woman I mentioned in my example, who said, there is no divorce in my dictionary, we're in this together. If women were like that, hell, guys, I wouldn't have this channel. Nobody would relate to this channel. The reason why people watch this channel and many others like it is because women are simply evil. Like modern women, most of them have become evil. They are bad people. They make bad choices. They will ruin your life. They want to profit out of you like a parasite. They are selfish. They are just bad people, you know? Most of them, they are. Absolutely, guys. I have no shame in saying this. I truly believe it. And I think the reason why the manosphere has become so famous is because men have picked up on this. Think about this, guys. The only way in which you can play the dating game is if you are a bad boy. There's no other way. If you're a Mr. Nice guy that buys flowers, you won't get shit, right? Women are not after that. Women are after bad boys. That's what they want. That's what they chase. This is why I have no sympathy for them whenever they appear crying about the latest chat that has played them. You wanted that. You are chasing that. You are going out of your way to dismiss the good men to chase after the bad ones, you know? I simply don't sympathize with them, don't care about them. They are bad people who make bad choices, and they only reap the rewards of those bad choices. So it's the consequences of your actions, all you single harpies. But anyway, gentlemen, thank you for watching. This is, by the way, why I'm single. I don't want to be no bad boy, guys. I'm just like Ampo. I'm a good boy. Unfortunately for me, my parents have also taught me to be a decent person, you know. God forbid. So this is why I just simply don't do the dating game. I don't want to be some player, some bad boy that uses women for their body. I don't find joy in that, and I won't. And this is why I'm single. But gentlemen, thank you for watching. Leave me your opinions below and your experience with the dating, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a good one.